Hello, nerds. Guess what happened between the last video and this one? I found the end portal, and I found an end city, and I got an elytra, and a whole bunch of stuff. Diamond gear in that chest, right there. Okay, but you see, I need an enchanting setup in order to properly get enchanted diamond gear. The diamonds, the rest of the diamonds anyway, can come later. But first, I need to find a dungeon. I'll explain that in a little while. But first, while I struggle to find a dungeon, I'm going to tell you about the Darkwood Council. So, you might be asking, what is the Darkwood Council? Well, you see, the Darkwood Council, well, actually, it's just called the Darkwood, what was that word again? Syndicate, that's what it was called. It took me a long time to remember. Anyway, yeah, the Darkwood Syndicate is basically, it's named Darkwood because it's under the Dark Forest. The Dark Oak Forest. My apologies. The Dark Oak Forest. And it also is themed around Darkwood and stuff. So that's why it's called the Darkwood Syndicate. And anyway, essentially the Darkwood Syndicate is ruled by the Darkwood Council. The council has 3 members, the Elder and 2 other members. The Elder being, of course, me. Duh. Of course it's me. So essentially, the other 2 get to vote and stuff, and their votes actually matter. And their votes each count for 1, and of course, the Elders count for 2. This means there can be a tie. In the event of a tie, I flip a coin. And yeah, so I get heads, they get tails. Whoever comes out wins the law thingy. And yeah, so that pretty much sums it up. Essentially, the Darkwood Syndicate is meant to be a little peaceful haven of warriors and stuff, or potential warriors. Essentially, there's a couple of essential rules. No fighting inside the stronghold. Also, the stronghold is open for living space and stuff, just in case any of you members are watching and want to move in. Of course, you have to get citizenship to move in. Although, interestingly, you don't have to be a citizen to be a member of the Darkwood Council. You just have to, well, I don't know, be important enough to me. Or, you know, I don't know, you just have to be cool. Another important rule is no griefing. Well, actually, there's some rules in that. Essentially, you can't grief anywhere, especially in the stronghold. At least a member can't. A non-member is allowed to do that, but a non-member also doesn't get certain protections that the rest of the clan will provide. For instance, like if the fighting gets too bad or too dangerous, you can request help, and then the whole group can come and help you and stuff. You know, that sort of thing. But there are rules on griefing. You see, griefing is a lot worse than killing a player. Because if you kill a player, you know, they lose their stuff sometimes, but usually players will have lots of other stuff and stuff. Especially if they're an OP player and stuff, like the owner, for instance. So it doesn't do as much harm as destroying their builds does, especially emotionally. So there are rules and restraints placed on griefing by the Darkwood Council. If you want to grief someone, then you have to bring it to the Darkwood Council, where then the majority has to vote in the affirmative that you are allowed to go and do this. Also, don't get mad at the Darkwood Council if someone blows up your base from the Darkwood members without permission, especially. If they do it with permission, then just don't get mad, okay? Look, this is meant to be a diplomacy thing. We can talk this out. Maybe we can get compensation. I'm just kidding. We will never give you compensation. So yeah, the Darkwood Council stands for diplomacy and stuff. Sort of. There's also war, you know, but I prefer to talk things out for a change. You know, guys? Anyway, yeah. Pretty cool here, you know? I tell you, though, I am absolutely certain there is a trial chamber around here. I kept hearing this breeze noise. Like the noise from the new mob, the breeze. I, just couldn't stop hearing it when I was in the Darkwood Council room. Like, yeah, it's just weird. I'm certain that there's a trial chambers around here. There's a trial chamber around here. Because I mean, it's just there's a breeze and other stuff, you know. Okay, so I didn't find a dungeon. Yes, but I did find this azalea tree and these mountains and stuff. The strange other tree in the water. I'm thinking there's an azalea, not an azalea, a lush cave beneath, and I'm figuring, well, that's as good a place to start as any. Let's get digging. Oh, it's here. I'm in trouble. So, guys, I may or may not have just dropped myself into a cave. Interesting. I'm not sure if I'm prepared for this. I have 45 course food. That's an interesting food supply for hunting, for going through a cave. Yeah. Well, if I survive, oops, what? What? Give me my helmet back. Oh wow, that's low durability. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, I got some torches. That's nice. Let's light this thing. Let's light it up in here, huh? Huh? Okay, well, let's go stab nerds outside. Won't let me. Want to stab a nerd? Ah! Hopefully that kills the nerd. Okay, let's... I found the... Okay, good news, guys. I found the lush cave. Bad news, I'm surrounded by hostile mobs. And oh, cool. I just got hit again. What in the world? Note to self, never go into that cave ever again. Okay, here's the situation, guys. I had enough iron to get myself some nice gear and stuff, and had 1 iron extra. But the thing is, we're going to need a lot more iron if this sort of thing is going to happen multiple times, and I think I'd rather go back to that lush cave at some point. Maybe with a little bit more caution, though, rather than just jumping in after all that got me killed. But first, I need some things. Firstly, I need food. Because obviously teleporting everywhere is not going to work. The lag will make everything go crazy. And so yeah, I have to be a lot more cautious. Because as you can see, I cannot fight an army of mobs in this state. I have to have like maxed out gear if I'm going to be fighting this sort of condition. Normally I would have been okay with that kind of condition and stuff. But I can barely fight as it is. Yeah. Not very good. So we gotta go upstairs. We gotta go up and go kill some things. Hello guys, I have news. So, I may or may not went into my friend's house and this is what I found. So it appears I basically have a direct connection to my friend's house. Well, actually my enemy. Well, actually I don't know. Apparently we're not really any alliances or enemy ships or whatever. So yeah. Go figure. It's a direct path into my neighbor's house. Great. Just what I always wanted, to trespass on private property. Guess what, guys? I have more good news. The ladder leads to a lush cave, which has resources and is far enough down for me to find diamonds. Of course, that's not really my objective here, but yeah. I'm looking for iron. And I'm finding gold. We'll write it out. Bingo! Iron. Exactly what we want. We just need a lot of iron and a lot of food. I literally have like none of it. But it's nighttime. I guess I'll take what I can get right now. Totally didn't cause a ton of gravel to fall down. Totally didn't hear an Enderman. Totally not worried about that. Okay, yeah, I hear an Enderman. I'm definitely worried. Let's get back to safety. Okay, guys, I have some good or bad news, depending on how you take it. So, essentially, I've explored the little ladder thing, and the thing is, it leads right into my neighbor's house through the trapdoor on the floor. The other thing is, it also leads to another opening into the Lush Cave. So it leads to two different openings into the Lush Cave, the strip mine, and it also leads to Bedrock, and it also leads to the house and the stronghold. I think I already said that. So this can be counted either good or bad, because technically this is trespassing on private property, probably. And there may be some territory disputes, especially since this supposedly cuts in on Darkwood clan, on Darkwood property. Darkwood, I forget the word again. Something with a C. Not Colts, something else. Oh wait, it's daytime. I gotta go get food. What am I doing here? I'm crazy. Let's go, go, go. Hello, doggo. Go! So, a storm, actually a thunderstorm began. I haven't found very much food, as you can tell by the contents of my hotbar. Very bad. However, I have thought of a solution. You see, on realms, things seem to grow at hyperspeed. Well, not really, but like every time you log on, like, you know, bruh! Kill the nerd. I must kill this nerd. Dead. Very dead nerd. Okay. This forest seems to delight in producing nightmares. This forest wants to kill me. Stop letting it. Okay, I'm out. I can't even run. I can't escape. Well, not in a good condition right now, let's just say that. My goodness. Dude, the zombies, they just keep coming. They're coming into the water for me. Oh. We can apologize to the neighbor later. I need food now. I'm gonna die, okay? This is a humanitarian crisis. Dude! Stop spawning these. I hate the dark forest now. Normally I love it, but it's so annoying. And there's a creeper behind me and in front of me. I hate creepers too. Why on earth? Why? Why does Minecraft have to be such a pain lately? Especially when difficulty is concerned. I'm free. I'm alive. Freedom. Okay, guys, I should be safe on the roof. Imagine a creeper walks right towards me. I'm gonna get mad if one does. A second. Wait, wrong button. What am I doing? Oh, thunder just appeared out of thin air. Thunder. Thunder doesn't just appear. And it is lightning. It doesn't just appear out of thin air. Though it might look like that sometimes. Okay, yeah. Bread. So the thing is, though, in order for this not to be a thing that my neighbor might get mad over, we have to replant the crops. Which, of course, as you know, is gonna be fun whenever we got a horde of mobs trying to kill me. But yeah, that's part of the whole thing. I ever told you about my allergies? I felt a little bit ran. I feel like I ran my words together there. Okay, so basically, it seems like anything that enters my nose causes me to sneeze my head off. For instance, any little bit of dust enters, I just go start sneezing. I am also repelled by all fluffy things, or rather my nose is. My nose will then proceed to repetitively shoot out air at 100 miles an hour. Actually, more than that. But oh my goodness, I hate these stupid mobs. This is totally. Oh wait, what? Well, that crop's dead, probably. Oh my goodness, stop jumping. Now I already know why I disabled auto jump. That was why. Okay, well. Bruh. Wait, how did you find the seat before then? Oh, no, that was the other dude. Okay, well. I have food now. That's good. With the obstacle of food finally overcome, I now had everything out of the way. I could now go back to the cave and try to get a dungeon. But you see, I'm kind of tired of dying. Well, I mean, actually, I only have died a couple times. But I have died a bunch of times. Well, maybe not a bunch, more like a handful. But, yeah, I don't want to put myself in unnecessary danger. Besides, I'm not sure if I'll even ever find a dungeon, and besides, that was super risky. That was ridiculous. I need to find a better way to do things. But how? It was then the idea of finding this trial chamber that I kept hearing came to my head. You see, trial chambers are a challenge, you know, and obviously I'm in a very bad spot for a challenge. If normal people would have trouble at my level of gear and stuff fighting this trial stuff, then I'm probably gonna have quadruple the trouble. Which means I'm going to have one terrible time. But if I can find a way to well, if I can find a way to get there, which I'm fairly certain my neighbor has a way to get there. So yeah, I'm basically gonna look through my neighbor's whole house. Trespassing on private property. This should probably be against one of our laws. Okay, that did not sound right. So I did some investigating. Investigating. Not trespassing. You did not hear that word. Investigating. So I investigated my neighbor, and I did find a secret room under, well, actually, more like a secret chamber under the house. And it has a nether portal villager that will offer me like a sharpness 4 book for like 37 emeralds. And it has a maxed out enchanting table. And it has the end dragon egg. And it has a whole bunch of axolotls and a fish with a lever nearby it. And a nether portal. But no way into the trial chambers. Which is exactly what I was looking around for. So, in other words, I basically found nothing I wanted. I mean, it's great to know where the Ender Dragon egg is. Maybe I'll steal it. No, I'm just kidding. Well, definitely not right now. Look, guys, we can't steal the Ender Dragon egg. We gotta be nice, okay? What in the world happened to my eyes? Look, look. Oh, whoa, that's weird. Behold my face. Look into my sincere eyes. I would never try it. Oh, almost fell in the end portal. Guys, you gotta believe me. I would never. Like, could you imagine me? What? Could you imagine me taking the Ender Dragon egg? Could you imagine? Wait, can I like look through solid blocks here? 1 second here. Wait, can I? I gotta look through solid blocks. I gotta. X-ray glitch. Yeah, it's not working. Bruh. This is a shame. I don't know where the breeze is. So, we gotta find it on our own. Okay, so far, I haven't found anything. But that doesn't mean I'm ready to give up yet. Okay, so, the internet crashed. So, yeah. That happened. Anyway, guys, while we're here, maybe you could subscribe. Seriously, though, I am going to spend hours working on this. It took me, like, over an hour just to record the footage. And you know what? The conclusion of today's video is I got nothing done. Okay? I still have to, like, make a whole enchantment thing. I haven't found the trial chambers. I just, like, died, lost gear, you know? Like, made a video. Whatever. No progress. 0 progress. We have to do something about this. We have to steal the Ender Dragon egg. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that. Not yet, at least. I have something better to do. Plug my channel. Subscribe! Subscribe! Well, actually, it's not my channel. It's me, my brother, and my sister's channel. Well, actually, it's really our mom's channel. But it basically is our channel. So subscribe! I don't want to actually punch it because I like this. Oh, look, there's a shipwreck on land. Actually, there are like 2 villages. There's one over there and one over here. If you want the world seed, you'll never guess what I'm gonna say. If you want the world seed, then subscribe. It's a nice seed. Why is it I always get some of the best seeds? It seems. Whenever I generate my own worlds, I feel like I always get the best seeds. Maybe it's just because of my high render distance on my own worlds. But I'm telling you, that peaceful mode world had a ton of stuff. Going for it. Easy mode world is pretty good too. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe. I'll stop doing that. Okay, well, I think you should go watch this next video over. I can't turn my head without turning the whole camera. You should watch that video. I can't point. You should go watch these videos. And subscribe. Don't forget to do that. Subscribe!